All right, let's talk about the most influential voice in your entire life. Nope, it's not your boss, your partner, or your parents. It's that voice inside your own head. Today, we're going to unpack a really powerful idea about how that internal chatter is literally building your world second by second, whether you even realize it or not.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Who else is there 24/7? The answer is nobody, right? That voice is your constant companion. It's a nonstop commentary from the moment you wake up till the moment you finally drift off to sleep.
And this is something we all share. Every single one of us has this inner dialogue going. Sometimes it's a cheerleader lifting you up, but let's be honest, a lot of the time it's our harshest critic tearing us down. Either way, it's always there and it's shaping our lives in ways we're only just beginning to understand. Okay, so this brings us to the core idea from our source material, and it is a game changer. It's simple. Your brain is always listening in on your thoughts. This one little concept is the key to everything. So get this. Your brain, as amazing as it is, doesn't really have a truth filter for what you tell yourself. It's like this incredibly loyal assistant that just takes everything you say at face value. It doesn't sit there and debate, is that really true? No, it just hears your internal thought and goes, okay, got it, that's a fact. And this is a perfect way to see it in action. You might have a moment of doubt and think, ugh, I can't do this. To you, that's just frustration. But your brain, it doesn't hear frustration. It hears an order. It logs it away as a hard, cold fact. Mission directive, you cannot do this. And when that happens over and over and over again, you start to build a whole reality based on that internal chatter. So that naturally leads to a pretty wild question, right? If our words are that powerful inside our own minds, could they actually have a real, tangible effect on the world around us? Well, the source we're digging into uses a couple of really interesting examples to explore that idea. To try and illustrate this point, the material we're looking at points to a couple of simple, famous experiments. They're designed to show how the energy and intention behind our words might just create visible, physical changes. So first, there's the water test. Picture it. You take 2 glasses of water, exactly the same. You speak loving, positive words to one and harsh, critical words to the other. The theory is that when you observe the water on a molecular level, you'll see beautiful, harmonious patterns in the first glass and chaotic, ugly ones in the second. And it's the same exact principle with the plant test. 2 identical plants side by side. One gets praised and encouraged every day. You're growing so well, look at those beautiful leaves. The other gets criticized. The experiment aims to show that over time, you'll see a real, visible difference in their health. One will thrive, and the other, well, it'll struggle.
Okay, but look, whether you think those experiments are literal science or just powerful metaphors, it doesn't matter, because this was never really about the water or the plants. All of this is pointing to one thing. It's about you.
And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? That's the heart of this whole thing. Your body is about 60% water. You are a living, growing organism, just like a plant. So, if there's even a shred of truth to this idea, what is your constant internal monologue, that endless stream of words, positive or negative, doing to your own body and your own mind every single day? The impact is very real. According to our source, when that voice is constantly negative, it directly chips away at your mental and, yes, your physical well-being. It basically creates a toxic internal environment. You're just marinating in stress hormones, reinforcing a cycle that's incredibly hard to break. Your body is just reacting to the environment your thoughts are creating for it. But this is not meant to be bad news. Not at all. In fact, it's the opposite. This is an opportunity. The final message here is all about empowerment. It's a call to action. You get to be the architect of your own inner world. I love this way of thinking about it. You're not just a passive tenant living with your thoughts. You are the architect. You hold the blueprints. Your words, your thoughts, those are the building materials. You get to decide what you build. And what's the #1 rule from the chief architect? It's this. So simple to say, so incredibly hard to do. Never speak negatively about yourself. Every single time you talk to yourself, you're laying another brick. Just make sure it's a solid one. At the end of the day, that's the big takeaway. Your inner voice isn't just meaningless background noise. It is the active, ongoing construction of your life. The reality that you walk around in every day is a direct mirror of the words you use to describe it to yourself. The power, then, is all in choosing those words on purpose. So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a real, actionable question. This isn't about flipping a switch and becoming perfectly positive tomorrow. That's not realistic. It's about starting with just one thing. So, what is it? What is that one negative limiting thought you will consciously choose to stop telling yourself starting right now?